Welcome to Fighting Stats, the ultimate channel for MMA fans who love statistics and betting breakdowns. I'm your host, Art C, and I'm here to get you ready for the upcoming UFC fights. In this series, I'll be watching tape and providing my real-time analysis on how I think the fights are going to go. I'll be watching for fighters' strengths, weaknesses, tendencies, and overall strategies, pairing that with Fighting Stats' exclusive UFC stats not available anywhere else to give you a prediction on how I think the fights are going to go and ultimately who's going to win. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome to Fighting Stats. Welcome back to Fighting Stats. I'm your host, Artsy, and today we are continuing on the fight tape of Aleksandar Rakić, the number 8th ranked. Now he takes up a step up against the number 5 ranked Anthony Lionheart Smith. Rakić is going to be the same height, but have a 2-inch reach advantage. This is going to be in the lightweight division. Looks to be in the UFC Apex as well. So let's get this fight started there. If you were with us in that last fight, we saw Aleksandar Rakić take on Volkan Ozdemir. Volkan Ozdemir winning a split decision. Very close fight. We saw Rakic's lead leg get beat up and balloon up from the swelling from the lead kicks from Ozdemir. So let's see if Anthony Smith goes back to that well there and what Rakić does about it. We noted that Rakić was not able to fight out of southpaw. He just stayed in orthodox even though his lead leg was beat up. In this fight here, Rakić is going to be the minus 280 favorite, so worth noting there. Anthony Smith probably going to come back at plus 240. That's right. 33-15, so UFC veteran for Anthony Smith. Rakić more of the young up-and-comer here. Rakić looks to be about an inch or two taller. On paper, they looked about the same, but standing beside each other, Rakić looks a tiny bit bigger. Let's see how this fight played out. So what we've seen on the fight tape, Rakic's been orthodox most of the time, almost all the time actually. A lot of kicking game from Rakić. Right away opens up with a lead inside low kick. Goes outside low kick there, so somewhat similar to from the previous fights that we've seen. Rakić will like to stay on the outside, continue to throw these outside low kicks, standing kicking range. So the smaller cage there, probably working in Anthony Smith's favor. You can see already Rakić in on the warning track, putting his feet up against the fence there, and throwing a right hand on the break. Inside kick again for Rakić. Outside kick there from Smith. Another outside kick there from Rakić. Rakić already up on the leg kicks there. Another one lands hard. Anthony Smith tries to land his own. So this, in the first minute here, has been a crazy leg kick battle there. Oh, and Rakić goes again, leg kick, goes across the body. Now he goes lead body kick there. You can see his leg starting to swell again. This fight is 8 months after the Volkan Ozdemir fight. The leg's obviously gone down in terms of the swelling, but you can see some markings there already from Anthony Smith putting some damage on that lead left leg already. Oh, Rakić had some hard outside low kicks, man. He's beating up that lead leg. Oh, another hard one. Another couple of... Yeah, Anthony Smith already dropped from the leg kick, and now so we get to see some Rakić top time. Rakić working the body here with hammer fist there. I'm not sure what Anthony Smith is doing here. Has one arm behind the leg. Hasn't been able to close the grip. There it is. Now he has arms trying to work on a single leg. So we're going to keep an eye out on that lead leg of Anthony Smith. Looked like it buckled there. So this is how the fight got down to the ground. Now Anthony Smith working on a single leg. Looks to get the back. Going to be a little bit too tall. He's going to fall off here. Jumps right back on. Gets a good recovery there for Anthony Smith. So get to see some defensive grappling here from Rakić. No, he's going to be too high. Rakić wisely dumps him off. Nice sprawl there. So Anthony Smith trying to work on the legs, but he's not going to get it in this position. Rakić in on the neck. Rakić really just defending the takedown here. I don't know if he's going for a guillotine or like an anaconda choke. He's more just, yeah, you can see him just move Anthony Smith get him on the back there, get some control time. So here's Rakić in half guard, Anthony Smith off his back. This is the first time we've seen any kind of grappling from Rakić, so I'm paying close attention to what we find out here. Anthony Smith controlling the right wrist there of Rakić. See if he can get that broken off, get that right arm free. There it is. He breaks it off. This is a 3-round fight worth noting. Rakić, nice right hand there. Anthony Smith has his head post up against the fence there. Trying to get that left leg out so he can get back to full guard. Right now he's in 3/4 guard or quarter guard. I'm going to fast forward some of this here. Rakić still working on head position, controlling the posture. Anthony Smith not doing a ton of work off of his back to try to get back to his feet, but it's probably better here, limits the damage to the lead leg there. Again, working on a triangle. Rakić recognizes it, trying to get that foot back or that arm back in. Some strikes on the outside there. Yeah, gets that arm back. So Rakić still controlling the position here. Anthony Smith not doing anything off his back to get off the fence though. More of a breather here for Rakić, 30 seconds left. Rakić not really known as a grappler either, working some ground and pound, softening up. Anthony Smith doing a good job of just controlling the wrist position of Rakić. A couple of big left hands there from Rakić. So that one obviously a clear Rakić round. Let's see how he recovers. So he walks back to his right back to his corner. Looks to be okay on his legs walking, but let's see if they address it here. No ice on the legs. Here's some replays here, sorry. So Rakić goes outside low kick, lifts it up, hits that knee. Another one, that was a hard one there, picked it up. That one hurt. You can see him dropping down, yeah. He went flat. That one's hard. You can see him just like lose all feeling there, really not able to do much with that left leg, and then that's what started the ground position. So now they go back to standing. Let's see if Rakić goes right back to that lead outside leg. He should, but let's see what happens. So round number 2, Rakić versus Smith, right away, outside low kick. Right uppercut. He likes that right uppercut, right knee. Anthony Smith landed a right hand on the break. Nice lead kick to the body there from Rakić. Another kick to the body there from Rakić. Ooh, Anthony Smith lands a right hand. Here, watch this. So Rakić with the arm extended. Anthony Smith goes around the guard there, lands a right hand. Looks to rock Rakić there, but he seems to recover. Anthony Smith now clinching up against the fence. Would have seemed to like to see some follow-up strikes, not engaging in the grappling here. Anthony Smith looks for like a hip toss. And doesn't get it here. Rakić controls him and then ends up on top. So back to the grappling here. Again, this is probably better for Smith that he doesn't have to deal with the leg kicks. Quarter guard again. He's working on this triangle here. Is Anthony Smith trying to get his leg around the wrist. Not going to get it. Rakić gets that arm back. Butterfly guard for Anthony Smith. Working, still here in guard. 2-on-1 there for Smith, controlling the posture. Anthony Smith, again, tries to throw up the triangle. Rakić recognizes it, postures up, and right back to full guard. Smith with a body triangle from bottom. That usually tells you that he's not really trying to get up from the bottom here, sort of content with playing this bottom game. Close guard here. Now Smith is trying to elevate a little bit. Another body triangle there from the bottom. Close guard for Smith. Rakić just working some ground and pound from this position. Doesn't look like he's looking to pass. Doesn't look like he's really looking for any submissions. He's content with just hanging out here, winning the minutes, and using some ground and pound. Anthony Smith telling his corner telling him to get up. He hasn't really done anything to get off of his back yet. Now he's up to the fence here, his head up against the cage. Rakić posturing up a little bit. I'm going to fast forward someone that's looking for an armbar. Doesn't have the arm, but he's setting it up with the legs. Landed a strike from the bottom. So an easy round there from Rakić. Anthony Smith did nothing to get back up. Spent 4 minutes on his back there. Now with 20 seconds left, now he's going to try to work to get up. Rakić heavy pressure on the top of it, trying to make Anthony Smith carry his weight here. Anthony Smith looking for a neck, but even there he didn't go guillotine. More controlling of position there. So round number 2 is done. That's a clear Rakić round as well. So Anthony Smith going to need a finish going into round number 3. Anthony Smith breathing deeply as well. Nothing's really happened, Smith, man. What's he completely gassed for? Round number 3. So let's see if Rakić again goes back to the leg kick. 1, 2, 3, boom. 3, 2, 1, boom. There it is. Nice left hand there from Rakić. Rakić goes lead high kick. Looked like he caught him through the guard. Smith backing up, covered up, engaging in the grappling here, clinching. Smith looking for a trip, grabs the back, but standing. Let's see if Anthony Smith can drag Rakić down to the ground. Smith a little bit too low. He's going to fall off. Yeah, what is you doing, man? What is you doing? He's trying to drag him down to the ground, but he's slippery here in round number 3. It falls right back down to the ground. So I'm going to fast forward some of this. So this is just looking like exactly like round number 2. Anthony Smith spent all the time off of his back. It's not that Rakić is super controlling on the top either. It's just Anthony Smith did nothing from the bottom to try to get up. So more credit, less credit to Rakić in controlling and more discredit to Anthony Smith from not being able to get back up. But here he is on his knees trying to get back up to the fence, trying to work something here. Rakić doing a decent job of putting chest to belly or chest to back. Anthony Smith trying to get back to his feet. Rakić going to have to take that right post away or that right foot away and try to flatten him back out. Rakić leaning on Anthony Smith there, making him carry his weight. Rakić should change position and just roll him back. Step off to the side and roll Anthony Smith back to his back there. But still working on the back here. Anthony Smith grabbing the fence. Nice knees. We're going to fast forward this. I don't think... yeah. Look at this control time. Almost 12 minutes here of control time. Nice knee there from Rakić. Rakić content with holding on to Anthony Smith, and I get it. He's winning this fight. He needs to survive. If he wants to win here, he's playing it smart. There it is. I said reverse position, put Anthony Smith on his back. He gets that position back. So Anthony Smith is probably going to stay here for the remainder of the fight. We haven't seen any urgency from Anthony Smith to try to get up. He attempted maybe 1 or 2 triangles, and that was it. But this is just Rakić controlling him, smothering him, top position. So arms up with 5 seconds left. He runs at him, fakes it. He walks away for 2 seconds left. Yeah, he's like, yeah, we're done. We're good. All right. Kind of felt sorry for the bad. Celebrating. I laid on the guy for 12 minutes, 14 minutes. So Rakić clearly wins the decision here. Don't think we get to see any replays. Anthony Smith looks like a shell of himself. I don't think I can ever bet on this guy again. The judges score the contest 30-26, 30-27, and 30-27. Somebody gave him a 10-8. What 10-8 round was there? Okay. Rakić wins by unanimous decision. I mean, he looked good. His weapon of choice there, obviously the outside low kick. He went to it early. You can see him pop 7 or 8 outside low kicks within the first minute of the fight. Anthony Smith did nothing to check those. And then right away, it got to a point where it was enough damaging. He dropped Anthony Smith in the first round there from leg kicks. And then ended up controlling him for the rest of the round. 3.5 minutes control time. Similar thing in round number 2. Went to the leg kick early. Anthony Smith had to engage in the grappling. Anthony Smith went too high with the grappling. Ended up falling I think in round 2 he went for a trip and then ended up bottom. In round number 3 he tried to go for a drag him down to the ground and ended up bottom. And then Rakić just controlled him for 14 minutes of 15 minutes sort of thing. So yeah, Aleksandar Rakić wins by decision. Again, I'm going to say a lot of this was Anthony Smith not really looking to get up, just sort of complacent off of his back. We saw some body triangles from the bottom from Anthony Smith. We saw closed guard from Anthony Smith. We saw maybe 1 or 2 triangle attempts from Anthony Smith. But in the end, Rakić just easily controls him on the ground. Didn't need to really do much else. Didn't have to like stand back up. If the opponent is giving you top position, you might as well ride it out, do what you can. Ground and pound. So nothing to take away from Aleksandar Rakić, just not the most impressive win. So keep that in mind. Rakić back into the win column after losing to Volkan Ozdemir. So we're going to see how he looks coming up. He has a couple more fights in the UFC. We want to tape that. But we did get to see some Rakić top time. Not crazy impressive, but nonetheless, here we go. So again, my name is Artsy. This is Fighting Stats. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, well that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this type of content, make sure you smash the like button, hit the subscribe. You'll get notified anytime we put out new content. Listen to this, we just hit a massive parlay for $29,000 at UFC 297. That is one UFC after 296 where we hit a parlay for $82,000. That's back-to-back parlays. We've made $110,000. And how do we do it? We use our exclusive fighting stats, not available anywhere else. Our exclusive fighting stats gives us information, gives us a big edge over the sportsbooks and tell us what's going to happen within the fights. We post all that information, our breakdowns, our best bets over at patreon.com/fightingstats. Don't miss out. Make sure you subscribe today. Again, my name is Art C. This is Fighting Stats. Thanks for watching.